couple weeks ago, Tiger Woods had committed to playing his first PGA Tour event in 14 months at last week's Safeway Open. After committing that Friday, withdrew the following Monday. Woods sat down with Charlie Rose on PBS, which will air tonight, and discussed why he withdrew, as well as one day passively passing 18 career majors.
I went out to Stanford right before Safeway, and I was practicing out there with the team and hanging out with them and really working on my game. And it's a hard realization knowing that, you know, I'm not scoring like I should be. My feel for hitting, you know, 150-yard 7-irons and taking stuff off of it, or jumping on a 9-iron and hitting the correct distance, shaping shots, all that stuff, I kind of lost the feel of that. And trust me, as a competitor, I was ready to go. I wanted to compete. But in my heart of hearts, I knew that I couldn't go out there and shoot 63s and 64s. I was in a groove playing at home. I took the time off with the Ryder Cup, and trying to come back after that, I just didn't quite have the same feel. And I thought I would pick it up right away. And I was ready to compete. I was ready to go. And man, it's tough knowing that, you know, I see a shot and I say, okay, I can kind of feel it, but it's not quite there yet. If it's not quite there yet, hey, you've waited over a year to get back to this point. Let's be smart about it, and, you know, not rush it.
How do we measure the best to ever play golf? Is it Jack simply because he has 18 majors, or is it some general appraisal simply that person had more talent and applied it better than anybody?
That's a great question. It is so hard because we never got a chance to play against one another, except for that one time where we played with each other in 2000. But when you cross generations, you know, it's very difficult to see who's better than the other in all sports. But I just think that for me, I would take my skills up against Jack any day, and I'm sure he'd feel the same way.
Do you believe you'll get 18 majors?
To be honest with you, no.
You don't?
No.
You've accepted that?
I've accepted I'm going to get more.
So Tiger Woods clearly still with that fighting mentality that he can break and achieve that goal of his to get past 18 majors. What do you make of his comments, Billy?
Well, he's 40 years old. And when you look at the players that have won multiple majors past the age of 40, Jack's won 3, Hogan's won 3, and the person that's leading with the most is old Tom Morris with 4. So he's going to have the career of a Phil Mickelson that has 5 majors to break the record. And to even tie Jack, he's going to have to break Jack's record of over 40 at 3. So if he believes it, you know, maybe he can do it. But it's going to take some stellar golf to do it.
Well, I think the longer you get away from the game, I know for myself, you lose that edge, and that's what he's talking about. When you lose that edge, it's hard to get it back. But he's competing against some of the best young players we've seen in a long, long time, and they don't have the scar tissue of him beating them up, all that. So it's the physical thing that concerns you. Can he play at that same speed with his golf swing? Billy and I talked about it. I don't know that he can, but you can talk yourself and lie to yourself, but you got to be able to execute it when you get out there. And that's the hard part when you've had this much time off.
And I think that's the great unknown that everyone wants to see, is once he finally does make that return, what version of Tiger will golf fans actually get to enjoy? We still have more to come as we're taking you out live to the second round of the CIMB Classic, a little less than 15 minutes from now. Sergio Garcia opened with a 67. He's looking to climb the leaderboard in Malaysia. We'll be right back.